what happened caused what happened to happen, and obviously what happened at the Source Awards. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Like just that for instance, that Source Awards thing, you know, that was one of the first Source Awards, and you had the two biggest labels in music coming together under this one stage, so the energy in there was incredible. But I just think our performance, Puff Daddy's energy, Puff Daddy's mind, you see Puff Daddy's mind, his energy is phenomenal. You know what I mean? And Death Row didn't have that energy. Like, you know what I mean? So Suge Knight made that comment, yo, the CEOs want to dance in the video, like it sounded like you was mad that you're not in the videos dancing, or you're not producing the videos, and you know what I mean? So I think that's where that whole attitude came from, like, who the f these dudes think they is bad boy, they think they this, they think they that. But we didn't think that, you know, we just promoted the brand, like, you know what I mean? And whatever it took to promote that brand, that's what we did. Our intentions wasn't to disrespect another label, you know what I mean? Because we just had our energy up. Yeah, we just had our energy up, and I think our energy was the energy that set the East Coast, West Coast beef. You know what I mean? Because after the Source Awards, it went crazy to the left. You know what I mean? The attitudes, Death Row feeling this way, Snoop making records, stomping on buildings in New York, Tupac saying he Faith, all this going on, you know what I'm saying? But
let's go back. I heard what Suge said, what he said.
Mm-hmm.
The whole crowd went, ooh.
Crazy, you know, because it was shocking. It was shocking for Suge to make that announcement on that platform.
And everybody knew he was talking about.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? So that was just him trying to take the energy away from Puff and what Puff was trying to do. This is how I see it, as being a part of Bad Boy Entertainment. You know what I mean? And then you know, when we came out there and performed, and then me coming out there with the glasses on, you know, I don't know if you're familiar with this part, but I'm first Source Awards, I'm out there with the platinum plaques. You know what I mean? With Versace shorts on and Tim's on, nothing else on. So who the f is this guy? Where does this energy come from? And I think that's you know, that's what really gets a person to lay like, yo, we don't like them. Because the energy's too good. It's just like the quarterback that throws all the completions. You know, people don't like that guy. You know what I mean? So it's it was the energy, you know, and I'm gonna always go with the energy for Bad Boy Entertainment, because the energy is up. You know what I mean? So a lot of people would not feel that energy. A lot of people, you know, feel that energy is them God. They think they all that.
I heard there's some tension that also started with between Suge and Puff was because of something that happened in Atlanta where Suge's man got
Yeah. I was there at that event. We did an event in Atlanta.
Was Wolf there?
Yes. It was a club. I forget the name of the club we was in. It was Platinum House, maybe? Palladium House, Platinum House. I think it was Platinum House. One of those two names, Platinum, Palladium House. Well, me and Puff was in a limousine waiting to go into the club. You know, just talking about, you know, the attitude, what type of attitude we're gonna have in the club. I can't even remember the conversation that me and Diddy had, but I know I was sitting in a limousine with him. Somebody came running out to the limousine, knocked on the door, saying, yo, your man is in the club, going crazy, your man is in the club. So me and Puff jumped out the limousine, boom, we get in the club. Next thing you know, Suge coming out, talking about, yo, this, that, and the other. Wolf come out, talking about this, that, and the other. I hear gunshots. You know what I mean? Next thing I know, there's this dude laying on the ground, Suge is in Puff's face, talking about, I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna do everything in my power to get you, go to his man, shaking his man. Don't worry about body way, you gonna be all right, you gonna get back up in Puff's face. Now I'm in the middle of Puff and Suge. And you ain't gonna do nothing to my man. Like, you know, this is what I'm here with. So the police came, there's a lot of tussling going on, a lot of pushing and shoving going on. I had got locked up that night for stepping on shell casings. So they locked me up for tampering with evidence because I wouldn't disperse from the scene. I'm telling the police, I ain't dispersing, I'm here with this dude. This is my man, I gotta make sure my man is all right. They locked me up. Puff, you know, came and got me, made sure I was all right, but I don't really know what happened inside the club, you know. I think it overreacted, and then you know, that started the beef too. Like, you know, that whole process of Wolf getting in beef with Suge's man. I don't know what happened that night. All I know is gunshots was fired and this dude died that night. So that took a toll on both labels. Like, you know what I mean? Like, for the new dudes that's coming up under Death Row, it was like Bad Boy, and then the new guys coming up under Bad Boy was like Death Row. Like, you know what I mean? We trying to push our label, they trying to push their label. Well, you know, like coming from our camp, you know, I can strongly say deep down in my heart that my camp ain't had no beef with nobody. You understand what I'm saying? Because we ain't know nobody to have beef with. You know, the people that you have beef with, you have to know them. You have to have some type of interaction with them to have beef with them. Like, you know, that's just being real. So we never had no beef with Death Row. We never had no beef with no other artist, no other label. You know what I mean? But it just happened that way in Atlanta, man. And that incident, and then the Quad incident, and then Suge making that statement, those three incidents started the East Coast, West Coast beef. You know what I mean? And the East Coast, West Coast beef, they have nothing to do with Pac getting killed. Pac got killed because Pac did something.
The kid in the casino.
All right. So this was a result of Pac's demise, but like, yeah, man, you know, those are touchy subjects right there, you know.
Yeah.
You know, just growing up and around, being in that process, you know. And a lot of things you forget, you know, a lot of things you want to forget, but for the most part, it was, you know, them two labels became worldwide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To this day. So.
What was Puff's reaction? What was he saying back when Suge was telling him that I'm gonna get you back or whatever?
Puff was more humble, you know. Puff was a humble dude, like, you know, like, yo, what's the reason? You know, why I had nothing to do with nothing. You know, this is the attitude Puff was gonna have. Like, I didn't have nothing to do with nothing, so why you have this attitude with me? Like, you know what I mean? You know, Suge took a different perspective, a different thought process, and I guess he handled it the way he wanted to handle it, you know what I mean? I wish I could have got involved in his handling it, you know what I mean? I would try to make a difference in both ways that they handled it, but Suge was more the aggressor. Puffy's not an aggressor. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was
Puffy
more,
a little laid back.
definitely laid back. Diddy's a laid back dude, you know what I mean? Like, Sugar's the more agitative and went the pokey, the pushy guy, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's sad because look at Suge's life now. You know what I mean? It's sad, shout out to Suge, you know what I mean? Hold your head, big brother, you know what I mean? But, you know, our decisions make our life the way our life is.
It's sad. It's like, if only you guys, we could see, like, foresee what those incidents was gonna transpire to.
I mean, there would have been a different thought process.
Yeah.
You understand? It'd have been a different, like I said, like, you know, being around Bad Boy and all the artists, everybody was humble. Everybody didn't have no beef. We ain't had no beef with the directors, we ain't had no beef with the writers, we ain't had no beef with other labels. We just trying to push our label and push our brand. Good luck to y'all trying to do it. And this is Puffy's attitude. Like, you know, Puff wasn't trying to be better than, you know, it's just, we got to work harder. You know, so Puff thing is not being better. Puff thing is work harder. You know what I mean? And that's what he showed his employees. You know what I mean? The work hard. Like, you know, to this day, Puff is still working hard to this day, right now.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? So,
Be a billionaire.
yeah. Shout out to Puff Diddy. You know what I mean? Diddy, we see you, baby. You know, the kid worked hard, man. You know, so he whatever he get in life, man, it's because of his hard work. And that just goes to show you, the more hard work you put in, the bigger your life becomes. So that's where it's at with that, you know what I mean? And then channeling your energy in the right direction. And that's another thing Puff is good at. Puff channels his energy to relationships. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why he's where he's at.
I was gonna be real with you. From what's out there, the dude that Pac beat up at the casino, the whole reason that Pac even stomped him out was because him and his uncle, or his uncle had affiliation with Puff? Was affiliated with Puff somehow?
Ah.
There was Southside Crips, and every time Puff would go out to LA,
Yeah. Puff
he
would.
held down by.
Yeah. I don't know for sure what happened because I don't really know. You know what I mean? I'm honestly speaking, I don't really know what transpired, why it transpired, but I do know that, you know, Puff is coming in peace. Puff is not coming in violence. You know, I used to live with Puff, you know what I mean? I used to be around Puff. Puff was humble, you know what I mean? Puff, he definitely ain't soft. Yeah, he definitely ain't no, but you know, but he's humble though. He doesn't try to agitate anything, instigate anything, you know what I mean? He stays in the middle, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want the problems, you know what I mean? And that's where Puff is at. So if anybody say they got beef with Puff, you're lying, because Puff don't promote violence. He's a humble guy, he works hard, and he tries to build relationships. So, you know, why that happened with Pac and who was involved, and I don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Was Puff ever worried every time he went to LA?
Sometimes he was, and then sometimes he wasn't. And most times he wasn't, because what did I do? You understand what I'm saying? Right. Like when you come from the streets, the only time you worried about something is when you did something. Like, you know, we can walk the streets all day long in any hood in America. We ain't got to worry about none of this because we didn't do nothing. You understand what I'm saying? And that's how it was for us when we got to LA. You know, we go through the hoods, Compton, Inglewood, South Central, you know what I mean? And wasn't thinking about beef, wasn't thinking about nobody shooting, because there was people in LA that loved our music. Right. You know what I mean? You know, there's people in LA that love Suge's movement. So in order for them to love our music and love Suge's movement, it's contradiction. So like you can't be, you know, you got to be one side or the other. And this is the influence that Suge Knight had on a lot of different things. You know, Puff's influence was different. Puff's influence was relationship building. Putting writers together with the right writers, putting the producers together with the right producers to come up with these hits. You know, that was Puff's motivation. You know, this is what I see by being with him and working with him.
Right. Did you ever meet Keefe D while rolling with Puff?
Keefe D.
Yeah, he was a friend of Zip.
I'm not too familiar with him. The name sound familiar, but I never really had no dealings with. I never really dealt with Zip and Zip's affiliates. You know what I mean? That was more Puff. Puff and Von Zip's relationship was their affiliates, and I never really got into that circle. Let me see. Yeah, it didn't look familiar.
You got a face on your mother,
Yeah. I didn't really know him. I knew Zip. I didn't really know that guy there. But
he was Zip's guy, I know that.
Yeah, but you know, they say Zip was affiliated with gang activity. You
don't have to confirm.
Yeah, like you know what I mean? Like like you know, like sometimes, you know, like
Zip was the dude.
Yeah, definitely was the dude. He definitely was the dude. But the relationship that Puff had with Zip, was it gang related? Was it gang activity? We don't know. Like, you know what I mean? It could have been an array of a lot of things. But being who Zip is and where Zip is at, people perceive that this is what it's about, because where Zip is and who Zip is, and you know, I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. I like, you know, it's like I said, like I can only speak for my behalf and Puff's behalf. And as long as I've been around Puff never participated in any gang activity. Like, you know what I mean? That wasn't his like, you know what I mean? So even you know, being Zip's influence, I still, you know, it's hard to influence. It's hard to pick at Puff's brain. You know what I mean? He's not easily influenced. So this is what I learned about him. So I don't know.
Hey, again, guys, go to It's AGTV on YouTube. That's the homie. And he's got a great YouTube channel.